All right, good morning. This is Tim Ealer. How you doing this morning? My third time trying to get the video started. My Google Assistant decided to reply to me in the middle of me trying to start this video, so I had to start it a few times. My pen wasn't working, so I fixed that too. So we have Gabrielle here. Forecast to move generally this way, actually towards the Azores, which is right here, and there's a hurricane watch out there right now. Uh, I keep getting these confused, so forgive me. 93L, 94L is this one here. 93L is this one here. 94L is forecast to kind of move generally this way and essentially develop here. And I think 93L, uh, let's put some labels on it. 93L, 94L, Gabrielle. Oh, they disappeared. 93L, 94L. All right. So that helps. Um, well, you get the idea. They're disappearing anyway. Uh, but that's what's going on there, okay? And let's erase that. Okay. So moving on. This dire satellite, close-up satellite of Gabrielle. See, maintaining its structure even though it's moving very fast in the flow. Um, Maybe it'll likely to retain hurricane status as it approaches the Azores, giving it its fast speed and stuff like that. So um, this is the track on warning cone. Forecast to be hurricane as it moves through the Azores. So we'll just have to see what happens here. But I hope they're preparing here. It's going to be a few days till it gets there, but um, that's that. This is a close-up satellite of 93L infrared. Um, it looks like there's some flow impinging on it right now from this way. I think this is going to move generally this way, and eventually you can almost see a cyclonic turning trying to develop here. Um, I think it's going to end up being a depression the next day or so, given the structure. Even though it's right now it's struggling a bit to get its circulation going. So that's 93L. 94L, where is it right now? It's generally in this, whoops, generally, generally in this area here. Forecast to kind of move this way and eventually probably develop into something. Okay, so right now, neither of them are tropical depressions or anything. They're both dub and vest. One is 93L, one 94L. So when they do that, that allows the Hurricane Center to use hurricane models to um, forecast these systems. But until we get a circulation, the models didn't struggle with what's going to happen. So I'm going to wait till we get depression that forms till I look at the hurricane models. Okay, so if anybody says they can tell you where this stuff's going to go right now, I think they are wrong about that. So, especially if somebody says it's going to hit South Carolina in 5 or 7 days, just don't fall into that trap, okay? So we have this disturbance 93L, 90% chance of developing in 7 days, 80% in 48 hours. This system here, 94L, doesn't really have a lot of chance in the short term, but the long term, 80%. And we have Gabrielle. So that's the current thinking from the National Hurricane Center. Now, I'm going to go through the ensemble guidance, okay? This is the GENC, one of the Google DeepMind models with two different back ends. One's an FV3, one's GNC, which is based off the European, and this is based off the FNV3 model. So this is as of the 28th, so let's back up a little bit. The Euro wants to develop the system 93L quicker than this one here, 94L. I know it's confusing, but all these lows depict one ensemble member. You can see, I can't even see how many there are here, but there's a lot. And same here. So my confidence is high. We're going to get something developed. But where it goes, as far as this system goes, unfortunately, a lot of the members, mainly, I mean, they're all over the place. Some want to hook it out to the left here, one going to go up the coast. And as far as 93L goes, forecasts become probably a hurricane as it curves out to sea, but they kind of get mixed together. And these systems being in close proximity like this is going to likely cause some interactions between the two that are being very hard to predict at this point, and the models will probably struggle with that. So let's just go back a little bit, and this is like 2 days from now, roughly. We go back to tomorrow about this time. Not likely to be developed by then, but I'd say within the next 24 hours or 48 hours, we're going to have something. Okay. This is another Google DeepMind. This is the FNV3 backend. Excuse me. Wants to really intensify this quickly. 93L out here. And 94L. Not nearly as many members go out towards the U.S. coastline as the European backend does. So this is the European ensemble with its 51 members. Back it up. Generally the same thing. But this is 5 days out. If we go back, we're at 1 day out, roughly. So definitely want to keep an eye on this stuff. But I still think there's a lot of uncertainty about this system here, where it's going to finally go. Either way, if it does develop and it goes over some land masses, it probably will take some time to get organized. And we should watch out for our friends in the Bahamas and see what happens there and these islands here. Okay. Lastly, this is the GFS. Going back to the 26th. It wants to develop 93L further north. And most of the other models move it further west first. And the GFS wants to kind of merge these two systems together, and I'll show you what I'm talking about because of this. So we'll have to see what happens here. I know I say we'll have to see what happens a lot, but when these systems are close together like this and they form, it a lot of unknowns. So we'll just have to see when it forms. So I'm going to go through the different models here and the 700 millibars, which is in roughly in the mid levels, a little bit higher than 500, right? And it shows the centers, 700 millibar centers. So 700 millibars is between 850 and 500, and 500 is roughly in the middle of the atmosphere, okay? So get you a good idea when the system gets fully formed. Tight circulation, 93L out here, moving through time. 94 develops. This European operational run, okay? See what it wants to do. It hangs it off the South Carolina coast. You have, see the almost in the same envelope here of low pressure, even though they're separate systems interacting with each other, okay? And the European kind of wants to weaken it some, then it redevelops, and then moves out to sea. Okay, that's one model. European AI has the same, roughly the same solution, given it has the same back end. It moves it further north than the European. Moves it into Atlantic Canada, it looks like. So, GFS. Let's see if we have a more recent run. We don't. This okay. These are our two systems here. You see they interact, and once you combine the two into a broad low pressure, it moved out to sea. It's been wanting to do that for some time now, and I still think it's an outlier, to be honest with you. All right, so moving on to the icon. I'm just going over all the model guides just to show y'all the differences we have here. 93L, 94L here. See what the icon does. He wants to move 93L further out to sea quicker and kind of drop off 94L and kind of leave it there. So that's why I say there's a lot of uncertainty. This is the UKMET. This is another model sometimes people use, and it doesn't have a tropical Atlantic view, so I want to show you this. It has a similar solution to GFS where it combines these two lows right off the coast here. Let me see this. And this is the Canadian. Okay, last one. Complex interaction between the two. Although it doesn't seem like it gets close enough for them to really impact each other, but being that close, they should. And it totally bypasses this and leaves it there, which isn't out of the question. I don't know, guys. I want to be able to give y'all a definite right now, but again, until we get some depressions and storms, like more definitive low pressure systems, it's going to be hard to really get a good handle in the models for a good handle on the tracks and guidance. So please, please don't get excited about this in a way that you're freaking out about it possibly hitting the southeast coast or something, you should be prepared by this point for hurricane season anyway. And just being mindful and keep an eye on the forecast. Listen to my channel or somebody you trust, and we'll keep you informed. Okay. So, um, sorry, I sound a little tired today because I am. I'm getting up early to do this, and it takes roughly 2.5 hours to put all this together. So, um, next I'm going to go over the continental U.S. forecast.